Start jacking off before you jump off a building.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Didn't get to say it. Oh, I didn't get to say it.
Too late.
I was going to tell you what Gillis was, dude.
Nobody will ever know what Gillis is. I was going to say...
There's a few people that know now. Loose lips be sinking ships there, pal.
So to fill in people on the know, off air we were talking about Nazi Spider-Man. And
I specifically said, could you imagine Spider-Man being the same thing? Like exactly the same Tom Holland Spider-Man, but he was a hardcore Nazi.
Yeah. With that Tom Holland kind of like charming, like nervous energy kind of. Like...
I think they're in the attic.
yeah. Oh, my spidey senses say they're in the attic. If you just use the spidey senses to find Jews.
The Gestapo roll up and they just see Nazi Spider-Man and everybody's like, fuck, he's going to know we're up here.
Like J. Jonah Jameson being like an SS officer who's like, he was a hero, I just couldn't see it.
That'd be incredible, dude. Oh, not incredible. It'd be tragic if J. Jonah, but that character as a Nazi, you're like, what am I going to do with this? There's barely 15 of them up there. Come back to me when you found a couple dozen.
These pictures are worthless.
Yikes, dude.
There's barely 10 Jews.
I would say this. Oh man, I tried to chill out yesterday. I don't know if you've ever tried to have a relaxing day.
I just thought of the evil Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3 as a Nazi.
Oh my god,
100%. I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye. I'm gonna turn you into dirt and then put it in your eye.
Just the minute they're walking out, just a half dozen people from an attic, and he's just dancing down the street.
Yes.
Yikes, dude.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You're saying something?
No, I was just going to talk about how you shouldn't get high and watch the news. A real bummer.
Were you looking at all that awful stuff that's happening in LA? Is that
yeah. But luckily, it looks like the president's going to handle it soon. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
When they said the president was going to take care of it, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, good Lord. I was like, everybody just needs to go home.
About time somebody reasonable took over. That's what I always say.
Dude, this is starting to like wear on me a little bit. Some of the mill bros I follow and like 2A guys, like hardcore 2A guys I follow. The cherry picking they do sometimes is out of control.
Yeah.
For rights. Where I'm like, brother, if you're all in on guns, we got to be all in on the First Amendment.
Free speech, yeah.
I'm like, dog.
It's the one before the guns.
It's the only one before guns. And the reason we hate guns was because we're like, if they try to take this one away from us, then we can use our guns.
If they try to get rid of number one, we use number two.
We use number two. It's right there.
Two is there to back up one.
They would have put two number one, but they'd be like, well, that's insane because what would we need to, and then they're like, let's switch them. Yeah. And then it's 1-2. It's the gruesome twosome of amendments. Free speech and fucking try and make me stop.
What a buddy cop movie. Talkie and Shooty.
Talkie and Shooty, dude. 1 and 2. Dude, talk about a Miami Vice reboot. Talkie and Shooty, dude.
And then they meet the other 1 and 2 that are piss and shit, and then they all have to team up.
Yeah, it's a real quad chat going on.
Talkie, Shooty, pissy, shitty, all have to team up. I think those are those 4 of the dwarves from Snow White that I just named?
I think so, but I'm just saying if at one point they got to split off into the 1s and 2s, like Talkie Pissy, that's a rough guy at the urinal.
Yeah.
Dude, a guy fucking lighting one off and taking a shit. Woo, I want to party with that guy, dude. The Double-Deuce Brigade, I'm in on that.
The Double-Deuce Brigade.
Double-Deuce in the 1s.
Man. I was gonna say that what the stuff that's happening out there, the funny thing, because Trump like posting on Truth. So, do you have a Truth Social account? I don't know. Are you?
Oh, no.
No?
Dog, I can't. We were talking about having good mental health last week.
Yeah.
Jinxed it. I don't have enough.
But it's a
have
direct
everything.
line to the president. This is the modern day version of
everything's
this
a
is
direct line to the president.
this
now.
is FDR's bonfire talks again or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Fireside chats.
Fireside chats. Yeah, fireside chats with a pedophile. Everyone. The sweet caress of a that's for someone else.
Hello, I'm FDR. Welcome back to the Fireside Chats.
Dude,
First
you
of all,
think-
we're brought to you by Squarespace. Just like to,
Do you think all of the evil pederasts in our government look over at like Saudi Arabia and all those places where sheiks are just marrying 11-year-olds and like, fuck, they got it made, dude?
yeah. That's why the UAE is a very close ally of ours.
Yeah, it's like, wow, it's crazy. Like,
It's
do
the
you
only
see
Arab
Ahmed's
country
new
we're
wife?
chill with.
She's 11. Some guys have all the luck.
There's two Arab countries that America loves, and that is the one where they're all pederasts and they have big buildings, and then the other one is the one that's fake and full of white people. Those are the only two ones that we're like chill with.
Now, hang on, everybody. Get your map out while Lou tries to guess the two. So, big buildings and pederasts.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, basically.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Well, because I was specifically
Hey,
thinking
we're-
Abu
we're-
Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is big buildings, you know.
Okay. All right. And then is the other one Qatar?
No, it's Israel, dude.
Oh, shit.
The fake one with all white people. That's the one.
Okay. Well, because every influencer I see in Qatar is just a white person being like, "Hey, crypto's great. That's how I live here. No taxes. No. Also, they don't extradite."
Is that a popular vacation site, Qatar? that-
Yeah, for like the ultra wealthy because they still
Oh,
have
okay.
slaves. It's crazy, dude.
There's did you ever see there's a reason I'm mentioning this. Did you ever see Taken 2? Specifically Taken 2, the second Taken film with Liam Neeson?
Is that the one that ends on the boat? Or is that the first one?
On the boat. No, that's the first one.
Yeah, it is
the
the
second
first
one is like the father of one of the guys he killed in the first one is like coming back for revenge. And
okay.
and there's a in that one it's like the whole plot starts because he's got to go on a mission to Istanbul, and then he's like
Hang
and
on.
then he's
Wait. Was that the internet fucking it up, or did you call it Istanbul?
Istanbul.
Okay.
Yeah, Istanbul.
All right. I was like, I thought you said Istanbul.
Maybe I did by accident, but
All right.
he's
We're
going to
fine.
Istanbul, and he's
just
going
wanna
to
let you know of the-
Istanbul.
In the Rick and Morty duo that we are, I can't believe I caught you being dumb. I think.
Yeah, it's
All
opposite
right,
that, everybody.
I'll let it go. Yeah.
I was going to say that.
Fuck you, dude.
I was just so he like the whole plot kicks off because he's got to do this mission in Istanbul, and then he says to his ex-wife and his daughter like, "Hey, why don't you come with me and see Istanbul?" And I'm like, this whole movie's predicated.
Beautiful town. Yeah.
It's all predicated on the idea that a family with divorced parents would just like vacation in Istanbul. And then that leads us to the
Brother,
the
I
plot.
don't think you've been to Turkey enough. Then
That's true. I haven't.
it's hair plugs and bringing fams back together.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's not just hair regrows here. Love for a spouse you've denounced comes back. Come to Turkey. We play on all sides. We're all over the place.
I saw Taken 2 in theaters, and there's a part when the guy who is getting revenge, he's like got Liam Neeson all tied up, and he's like, "You killed my son," and Liam Neeson's like, "I killed your son because he kidnapped my daughter," and then one guy in the theater just yelled, "Fair!" I think about that.
Love
Like-
that, dude.
Like
Love
that's
that.
actually, honestly, that's like a totally valid reason.
Good take, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah. But, you know, the Taken movies are fucking sweet.
Yeah,
They
especially that first one.
yeah,
First
I think
one
they
rocks.
did they open the door for John Wick, you think?
I
As a
think
society?
so. Yeah, of like, well, it's funny because like Liam Neeson, in that first movie, it's an old man kicking ass movie, but
Yeah.
Liam Neeson was like 55, right?
Yeah.
But then like Keanu Reeves is like the same age in the first John Wick, but I don't think of that as an old man movie, you know?
No,
like
but
I don't
it's
think of
also 'cause
as an old man.
Keanu has got he's got the perfect mix of whatever's going on between being like slim fit.
Yeah.
Like he never got super big. It seems like he's always eating pretty good. He's
And he
never
like
done-
rides motorcycles. He's still got like a boyish
Yeah,
charm.
Yeah,
you know?
he's keeping it young soul.
Yeah.
And
Liam Neeson's just a collapsing Irish.
yeah,
like-
that's a hard-lived body.
That
you
is
know?
a guy. I mean, he lived through the Troubles. He was like 40 by the time he was 26.
Yeah,
You know?
that man started smoking at 9.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's- I swear I put a box of bombs out there for you, Potter. Oh my god!
Which side would you take in the Troubles? you know?
Oh my god, I'm Catholic, buddy.
Yeah.
I was talking with I think I was talking with Sorov or somebody the other day, and when Belfast came up, I referred to the rest of Ireland as Free Ireland. Like, no, I wasn't joking. And then I caught myself. I was like, "Oh, there's a little bit of grandma talking there." I would be shocked. I honestly, of the Hurley family, back in Ireland, I'd be shocked if I didn't have some relatives in the IRA.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grandma
Which is
used.
sweet.
I guess.
No, the IRA rocks, dude. I don't
Well,
even
because
care.
hang on, but no, that's whitewashing terrorism. Because they're terrorists, but we're like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
they're white and they speak English, so they're kind of cool, actually.
Sure,
Which,
sure,
hang on. Kind of cool, actually.
yeah.
I mean,
we
the
got
gun
it.
running, they work with
It comes
messed
back
up
around.
motorcycles. It does. I mean,
Well,
they
the IRA
were featured on Deadliest Warrior. You remember
Yeah.
that show?
Yes, yeah.
You remember how long it took the Taliban to get on that show?
Yeah.
It was, I think, dude, I can't
Who's the
remember.
deadliest warrior?
I swear to God, I think they did the IRA versus Taliban. I'm not even joking. I think that was the episode.
Yeah, well, that's awesome.
It's a crazy
That's such Alien
episode.
versus Predator.
Dude,
Like-
it's like, okay, which terrorist group win? Do you want to? We'll save it, but I know who wins. I've seen the episode.
Just that team up of like once you can't understand what either side is saying.
No, it's
You know,
they're
One
just
side's like, "Oh, we're gonna put the heart in on you," and the other one's like, "Ah, la, 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 la." like there's
a
no,
whole bunch of like, oh, it's awful hot down here, isn't it?
yeah.
It'd be crazy. I'm like, how would you get those two groups to actually fight?
I do like in the because if you want to talk about the IRA, obviously there's all these politics that have to come with it. But like every time the IRA is in an
don't know about
American,
that.
like every American movie that features the IRA, they're always just guys that love blowing shit up. Like that's the
Yeah.
whole. There's that one where like Tommy
was-
Lee Jones plays an IRA guy, and he's just like jumping on a bed, like, "Well, don't you love when you explode bombs?" And it's there's like that's all it comes down to is they
I
just
think
like
my-
blowing stuff up.
I don't know that one. I only know like Patriot Games. That's a prevalent IRA one.
That is a big one.
Uh,
I'm gonna look it up. Tommy Lee Jones.
I saw, and then the realistic one about the British soldier who gets cut off. I think it's like 1971 or whatever. It's called 71. That one's okay. It's kind of like the Warriors, or based on the the Greek tragedies of getting home, like
Yeah.
cut off and getting home. But
Okay, the movie I'm thinking of is Blown Away with Jeff Bridges and Tommy Lee Jones.
hell yeah, and it's IRA driven.
It's IRA driven. It's like
Dude, when are we gonna get the Buddy Taliban movie or the Buddy Al Qaeda movie?
well, no, they're not buddies. Jeff Bridges is Boston, he's
That's
like
fine.
Bomb Squad,
I'm just saying,
and he's against him.
they're both of age. I think it's time that Jeff Bridges plays a prominent Al Qaeda member, and Tommy Lee Jones can now play, I don't know, CIA?
Jeff, you can keep the beard.
Yeah.
The first thing I say.
And that lackadaisical style you like.
Yeah, he just still looks like the dude, but as the Taliban.
I mean, you really wouldn't have to change the wardrobe up
Not
much.
really.
It's sandals and a robe. You got this, buddy. A white Russian in a desert might be tough, but you know.
But yeah, milk in the desert. Oof.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think it's going to be black Russians from there on out. Oh my god, dude.
Although when they steal his rug, it's a lot worse. His retaliation is significantly worse.
You do not want it. That's a movie where you do not want to take the carpet.
Wait, the Middle Eastern version of the dude, his rug flies.
It was right there.
It was right there
the whole time.
Anyway.
Whoa, easy, dude. You almost did a Roman salute by accident.
Whoopsies.
Everybody play it back. Looks like Johnny's Nazi riffing at the beginning.
I was saying my heart goes out to you.
Yeah, yikes, dude. Those two are feuding. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. What does America come to?
I was going to say, so we're wheeling it back. Yeah, now Trump's sending in Marines to
help the National Guard?
Yeah, to help the National Guard, who's just like also just chilling in buildings being like, what are we doing here? And by the way, this goes back to some of my 2A bros that I'm seeing all these shorts about like how everybody's like, don't freak out. It's actually not the first time the Marines have been used against American citizens. And I'm like, what a wild statement to say. The fact that we're trying to justify it being okay. Be like, we've actually done this before. Like,
yeah.
That's not good.
It's awesome to be like, we got to get rid of these immigrants because they're such a danger to you, and then we show up firing rubber bullets at American citizens.
It's crazy.
To try to prove our point.
Yeah, like, do you guys not understand? We're protecting you.
We're protecting you. Did you see them shoot that reporter?
Yeah, the Australian lady?
Yeah, that dude, she got screwed by her own outlet because they posted it like, our reporter got caught in the crossfire, and you watch the video, you see the guy just like square up.
Yeah.
He leans over to his buddy and says, hey, watch this, and then he shoots her in the leg. It's like
kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Crossfire.
It's crazy that it hasn't gone like condition red yet. Like, I'm shocked nobody's shooting back for real. Because if I was standing there and they were just like, hey, isn't this funny? I'd be like, no, it's not actually funny. You're violating the shit out of our rights. Like habeas corpus being suspended, like the legal jargon right now that is going on is insane. Also, I do want to point this out. I think it was 92. When were the Rodney King riots? 92?
Yeah.
That is the last time that the U.S. military was used. And, in a full capacity, active duty U.S. military. But the governor of California at that point also allowed the nationalization of the National Guard and requested more help from the federal government. That's not happening right now. So, it's not the same. That's why I was like, I was watching the facts on the, the facts.
It's against the governor's wishes.
It's against the governor's wishes, and we're not in LA, so we don't know what resources they need right now. But it's also like, not only is it against the governor's wishes, the Trump administration's trying to do some sort of legal, loophole jumping to be like, all right, well, we'll just use the Insurrection Act. And then we can federalize troops without the government, without the governor's say so. And it's like, no, man, like it doesn't add up yet.
Yeah.
We are getting like a weird mix of Andrew Jackson politics where it's like, fuck you, like enforce it, whether it's legal or not on the executive. And then you clearly have a violation of the 9th and 10th Amendment going on with states' rights. And then it just bugs me, people who cherry pick. I'm like, I want my 2A guys out there fucking kitted up right now. Put all your gear on. You LARP for this. The government's actually out there.
This is the time to rise up against the government.
This is the time the government, all these bros, I love these bros. They're training with NVGs. They got nods. They got crypto on their fucking radios. And they're like, something's coming to get us. And then it's literally happening. But because it's kind of your guy still, you're like, well, no, this isn't what we trained for. I'm like, this is exactly what the fuck you trained for. If there's people who are still peacefully protesting, go do what the Black Panthers did. Show up fucking strapped with all your shit on and be like, your move, motherfucker. I'm constitutionally carrying your move.
Yeah. Did you see that even like Alex Jones now is just going like, Well, let's not get crazy with the conspiracy theories. Like he's like,
yeah.
Alex Jones
Hey.
is the one kind of going like, well, you guys are kind of out there.
Fucking live long enough to become your own villain, man.
Well,
And
'cause
it's
there is-
weird his arc went that way, but
There are conspiracies. Like I was talking about this with Nick last night. It's a known fact that there are outside agitators all the time in these protests that happen. You know, the George Floyd ones like turned violent because a guy drove his car through it.
Sure.
You know, like
Sure.
there's like people that mysteriously there's windows get smashed and the guy who did it, we never see him again. You know,
Right.
Trump himself even said like, oh, this violence that's happening from all these radical leftists in LA is but also partially started by what we think are paid agitators. And we're
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
paid by who, Donald? Whom would benefit?
it
you
always
know?
goes back to Soros, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
Well, it's not as if our government, as if our institutions has a history of like trying to
Right.
legitimize their own existence by inciting violence, right? Like
Right.
whether it's hanging out at a mosque and giving bombs to little Muslim kids, or if it's like trying to get people to kidnap the governor. Like it's like
Right.
they
Right.
always do stuff like this.
And then,
This is not
dude,
new.
And then what's funny is they'll declassify it and let us know to our faces about nefarious shit they've done. So it's
Yeah.
not even a conspiracy
But
theory.
they go, oopsies,
No,
sorry.
They go like, yeah, we did it. We're gonna do it again. We're a little rascal. We're the big government. So I don't know, man. I'm just kind of like, I am butthurt right now that it's like, dude, it's the AR-15's moment, and you're fucking it up, boy.
This is what it was made for.
I was like, God damn it, man. There's guys with riot gear on and pepper ball bullets. Don't get me wrong. They got guys with real guns like 300 feet back and snipers. But I'm like, hey, man, nobody wants to pop it off if
Yeah.
there's somebody with some real chutz that shows up like, nah, all right, I'll die, but my rifle's taking one of you with me first. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen, but it's just like all this rhetoric and all this like bravado I've seen from a community that's so polarized, and every
Yeah.
time a school shooting happens, they can't shut the fuck up about how now's not the time to talk about our guns. And now I'm like, this is a pretty good gun time.
Militias. You're just hanging out in the woods with your dicks in your hands. Like now's the
dude.
time to get
I'm
out of the
like-
woods.
It's crazy. It is kind of crazy. Like, bros,
Yeah.
put the MREs down. I will get you some Taco Bell.
Dude.
I will walk to the store.
I will start my own catering company for the Boogaloo Boys if it gets their asses
Brother,
out there, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, brother, where are my Hawaiian shirt bros right now? Walk the walk, dude.
Where are the guys who got the personally tailored XXL tactical vests? Because they're really
brother,
fat, but also
A rascal scooter with a fucking machine gun would be out of control right now. They're like, how'd you get that? He's like, I'm a vendor, and, I got it before the assault weapons ban. They're like, that's cool, dude. We're going to go ahead and scoot you in between the riot line. That'd be crazy. Just
Yeah.
a fucking morbidly obese guy with a saw. Just
The
be like,
Rock.
I'm just making sure nobody does nothing stupid. He's just got a fucking one of those. Could you imagine having a squad automatic weapon and then one of those hilarious, I bought this from 7-Eleven jugs to refill it in the other hand?
yeah,
That's
double
my,
fisting.
that's what freedom looks like
That's
right now.
your war fuel,
That's-
dude.
Yeah, everybody and their mother wants Captain America. I'm like, that's what he looks like now.
Yeah.
His 7-Eleven jugs made of adamantium. All right.
Yeah.
Things never breaking.
Modern Captain America is wearing graphic tees of Captain America.
Absolutely. And he is getting quotes wrong, left, right, and center.
Most of the time. Yeah.
Avengers, let's go.
Modern Captain America thinks the Star Wars prequels were actually underrated.
Yeah.
That's,
Yep.
but
Damn it, dude.
I
For everybody,
I'll tell you what. I'm happy. I'm happy. I turned down that Burbank Comedy Festival.
Yeah, what? Just gonna have to have a SWAT team walk you in, and then you'd be performing to fucking insane people sitting in the crowd, being like, "Everything's fine out there.
It's okay.
Everything's okay." Only Los Angeles could have the most poignant riots going on and still have Hollywood being like, we got to make make-em-ups happen still. Like, what?
It'd be really funny to get into like an LA comedy group right now. Just be like, any mics tonight? Just like,
Hey, yo,
any shows going on?
What's everybody's snake and weave path to get to the mics tonight? Yeah,
I got a really good bit about this I'm working on.
Yeah. I got to work on 3. You wouldn't believe it. I'm going to talk about how the cops look like Halo guys. Like,
That'll get them.
that'll get them.
That'll get them.
You know, but
Hey,
it is.
these cops think they're tough, but they look like Halo guys.
It is times like this where, with a little
Comedy
tweaking,
speaks truth to power, dude.
Well,
That's
no, I was going to say Kylie Jenner with her huge new boobs and a Pepsi Cola could really cool everyone down a touch.
Kylie, last time your boobs were not big enough, but now they'll work.
Big enough.
Now's the time. Bring Timmy with you.
Yo, tits so big?
Bring T-Shao with you. It'll
Dude,
be fine.
Her tits are so big. How big are they? They're gonna stop a constitutional conflict. Dude, this is the time where we need some patriotic titties out there. Just be like, boys, everybody just go home and bust real quick. Mm-hmm. Dude.
I think Sydney's the girl. I think Sydney's the one right now.
She's not combat ready.
She's not ready. But give her time.
Kylie's been in the shit before. Sydney?
Dude, I'm telling you.
She hasn't been through
Sydney
boot camp, dude.
Sydney comes from middle America, though. Sydney's like a real, like, red-blooded.
That's what I'm
red,
saying.
white, and blue.
That's not
Whole
what we need
family's
right
Trump
now.
supporters. That's what we need.
I'll tell you right now.
Those are unifying titties.
The ICE agents out there,
Yeah.
they'd be about it. But I'm thinking some of the Cholo Brolos would not be down with El Blanco telling them to chill.
Yeah, that's true.
You know? We
Fuck,
need,
dude.
yeah. Because the
Let's
Kardashians
send both of them.
No, I think that's how the war starts, dog. Because then you got Sydney on the other side just sipping a Coke like, oh, I'm sorry. Were we doing something?
The Kardashians are Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah, but they're the type of Middle Eastern where it's racially indiscriminate.
Right. They just look like tan white people.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
tanned up Turks.
It's like you because you got that Lebanese in you.
Couple of tuts, man. We're tanned up Turks.
Tanned up Turks.
Yeah, tut. I think I just made a new slur.
Yeah.
We get a load of these tuts. Yeah. No, it comes out too easy. That's rough. Oh man!
I can't believe you said it with a hard T, dude.
I know, dude. The next time I see Hassan, I'm like, get a load of this fucking tut. Dude, calling Hassan a fuck tut.
Oh no,
Hassan, you fuck tut.
Don't let Sam Hyde see this.
Oh, dude, no, I want Sam Hyde to see this. If Sam Hyde starts calling Hassan a tut, we'll have to hide because I don't want any of the heat. But.
Right. You wouldn't use that as a writing credit? I gave Sam Hyde the tut line.
Probably not.
You gave him the least problematic word he's ever used.
It's time to tut up or shut up.
I was talking to a guy who knows he was working a club when Sam Hyde was headlining, and Sam brought a few openers. Yeah. And the thing is, his openers also all say they're all like white people that say the N-word.
It's Nick Rushford. Not Nick Rushford. I know a couple of them. Anyways,
okay,
all right.
But the guy I'm talking to, who's a black guy, he said he was like working the club, and Sam Hyde just like asked him a sincere question. Was like, "Oh, what did you think of the show?" And he's like, "You know, man, I feel like if you're gonna be like a white guy who says the N-word a bunch, you shouldn't have a bunch of the guys before you also do that because it kind of." It alleviates the shocking quality of you saying it. Like you should have like woke openers. You should have like something like that. And then apparently Sam Hyde got really mad at him, and maybe called him the N-word. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know if he
got mad at him for real.
Yeah, he like got upset. He got like pissed off at that critique. That I'm hearing this all secondhand. Sam, if this isn't true, don't come at me.
What a wild thing to get actually maybe some constructive criticism on the craziest shit ever.
From a black guy
and then
to
just
you.
Take offense to it.
He's not even saying don't say the N-word. He's just saying like don't have openers that say it.
Yeah. That's
a pretty honestly of all the criticism a black guy could give you for that, that's pretty soft.
I'm not gonna lie. It's also like if that actually got to Sam, to a guy who seems unflappable, I'm like, truly only the ludicrously insane critique of maybe have less dudes in front of you who look like you say the N-word from a black guy. Like, damn, dog.
Well, it's the classic, like, a lot of headliners don't want openers that are like them, you know? Like, you want to
shout out to my no longer friend. Anymore.
The other Sam.
Yeah. The good Sam.
Yeah, good Sam versus evil Sam.
Have fun being Lund's understudy in the Midwest now, Johnny, I guess.
I'm the Lunderstudy.
You're the Lunderstudy, dude. I used to be the Lunderstudy.
This is like you ever watch the movie?
Somebody had to leave Neverland.
You ever see Quiz Show?
I know that's one of those. Everybody's like, I know it's a cultural reference post. Everybody,
sure.
You know. Wait, is that the one with Matthew Broderick?
No, it's the one where so it's a true story. It's like this quiz show where John Turturro was like the reigning champ. He plays this guy who's the reigning champ because they were always giving him the answers.
Sure, okay.
And it's because they like wanted to have like a recurring character and a personality. But then Ray Fiennes competes, and he's more charming, so they give him all the answers, and he like dethrones John Turturro, and so now John Turturro's like scrambling, and he's trying to expose Ray Fiennes because he's jealous. And I thought that was like this.
It's you know what? It's exactly like this. It's so much like this. It's crazy, actually.
I don't think it's like this at all. I think you're still Sam's guy.
No,
you're still
I think
Sam's
it's just,
number one guy.
I didn't even know exactly where you were sticking. Are you the new guy? Is that what you were saying?
Well, I'm saying the feelings you're expressing.
Oh no, we're both
showing
studies, man. we're
both Turturro.
If we're gonna take this as a cinematic reference, Sam is a mortal Joe, and he's just up there, and then Lund is the dude who keeps crushing milk next to him, and you and I, like so many other regional
we're the guitar
comics,
guy.
Nope. We're like so many other regional comics, just holding dry buckets up, waiting for Sam to turn on the water, dude.
Yeah, that's why on my feature weekend I'm gonna be like, Sam, witness me,
then say the N-word a bunch. Be like, sorry, that's for the wrong Sam. Damn it.
I got my Sam's mixed up. Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan.
You're like, whoops.
That's my favorite thing, is to talk to a famous comic and get their credits wrong. I think that's fun.
Yeah,
you know,
I don't respect you. Like,
it's like when you go up to Brad and say like, "Can't believe you were on Fallon."
Dude, I think the only person who actually gets to him with that is Burkar.
Zach, yeah.
Yeah, when Zach says it, I can see it. I'm like, oh, that one. All right.
Well, it's like Fallon's that big white buffalo for him.
I think it's also because of all the people that recognize actually how hilarious Zach is. Like, Wenzel's one of them. You know, because like a lot of people don't get it, and when we were coming up, like Zach didn't get a lot of respect, but Brad Wenzel would always be like, "Yeah, Zach Burkar's hilarious," and then Zach would be like, "Yeah, I don't, fuck everybody," and quote it,
"Fuck everybody, dude."
Fuck everybody.
That's what Brad Wenzel himself said.
Yeah, he still says it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's
in addition to other things.
Here's a credit. Brad Wenzel's going to sleep in my bed again Thursday night. I will be gone. So I know for a second that sounded as if Brad and I were going to be bedfellows.
You're going to be here. You're going to be up here for an undisclosed assignment.
Are we not going to talk about it?
I don't want to jinx it until it's already happened.
Okay, that's fair.
If that makes sense, you know.
Are we going still? We're going to the thing still,
yeah, we're
right?
going. Yeah, we're going.
All right.
Yeah.
What are we going to... Are you wearing something nice?
I feel like I should maybe wear something kind of nice. I might
Are we
wear...
suiting up? I might be too fat for my suit.
I'm going to wear like a button down or a polo or something.
Okay. All right.
Smart casual, you know, something like that.
That's been years since I've studied, so I'll throw something together. Hey, Happy?
Yeah.
Wear something nice.
Here we go. Light bomber jacket over a short sleeve polo. That's going to be the look.
Ooh, shit. If we both show up like that, they are going to have to give us badges.
Yeah.
If
yeah.
our guy gets to I want to Elvis Presley him so bad.
We got to be in the. Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
Elvis and Nixon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just give us badges.
Well, he would owe us. He
Yeah,
would owe us.
100%.
We're a part of it.
yeah.
You know.
I would love to be. Honestly, I would go federal marshal. What badge would you want?
Oh gosh, I want to be the head of.
Head. You get a badge, fella. Pick a badge.
Oh, I get a badge.
Yeah, you can fantasize about your power trip after you tell me your badge.
Oh, it's fucking. I don't know, infrastructure. I guess I don't know. Whatever.
Infrastructure. All right,
Put,
tell me.
put me in charge of the roads.
That's all right. You know what? I'm picking for you. 2 federal marshal badges, please. It gives us jurisdiction to fuck around all over.
What does that do? Do we just pardon turkeys on Thanksgiving? What is the federal?
We
marshal?
can. We
nice.
could do that. Yeah, no,
All right.
federal marshals, they have jurisdiction. The cool thing is they have jurisdiction all over the country, and then also U.S. territory.
That would be awesome if we
Pretty
got that
cool.
because that would make us. That would mean that technically the Chinese rocket force has jurisdiction in America.
Yeah.
that'd be pretty
Yeah.
funny.
And we'd be fucking transferring prisoners around. That's
And we would
mainly
make
what
him.
marshals
We would
do,
make
but-
him say it. We would make him say it.
Yeah.
When future, I guess we can say it. When
Yeah,
future
it's-
Governor Swanson accepts the role, he has to thank Chinese rocket force in his speech.
Well, that's the state level. So he could make us states, and then we'd
Yeah.
have Michigan jurisdiction. But I'm hunting for that
You're-
president.
You're looking to the future. Yeah,
Mhm.
I see.
When he's president, we're gonna be federal marshals for sure. That's gonna be cool because he said he didn't want me to be a cop. So I'm like, obviously he's got an eye for talent. I should be running shit all over this country.
Yeah, you're better than a cop. That's what he
Dude,
said.
I'd be the best cop because I wouldn't be at the riots right now. I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
this is good.
Honestly, you guys didn't hear it, but when we dapped up Sheriff Swanson, he did whisper in my ear, "A cab," just really quietly. So he hates cops.
Yeah.
This is a fact. Print
Yeah.
it. Have you thought about? Here's the thing: if he does run for president one day, people will pull our podcast as
For
a
sure.
smear
Yeah,
campaign.
no, it's going to be
against him.
bad. It's
Isn't
gonna
that
be-
awesome?
It's
I
pretty
think that's so cool. That we get used as a smear campaign against someone. That's kind of sick.
It's probably going to lead to some of our downfalls as well. But,
You got to be high up to fall down. The best that can happen is Gillis, like
yeah, that's true. And we're witnessing a once in a Gillis lifetime.
yeah.
We're not gonna. There's not gonna be another Gillis
No.
event.
But there will be a Gyrus.
yeah. There's gonna be a Gillis event. But no, somebody's just Roach is at the radar station right now, being like, no, there won't be another Gillising until 76 years when Halley's Comet comes back. We're going to be in wheelchairs being like, look at that young man using slurs to get to the top.
Go out and buy your Gillison glasses, everybody.
Quick.
No, you got time.
Don't try to make your own. You will go blind.
Yeah, and you might get canceled.
If you stare directly into the Gyrus, you'll say it. Yeah, I'm surrendering to the fact that I'm like, damn, dude, I think I got another decade before I get real heat on the career.
Yeah. Well,
I'm here for it, but
that's what else are we gonna do at that time? What are we busy?
I'm going to be twiddling my thumbs.
It reminds me of that documentary Comedian where Seinfeld's talking to Ornery Adams, and Ornery Adams is just like, I'm just like, when's my time gonna come? And Seinfeld's like, he's like, what else are you doing?
Yeah,
It's like, what else you got going on? You're like, that's fair.
You know what's funny? Every time I see him working a club, it's sold out now. So it is. Doing
Ornery
well.
Adams?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
he's doing fine.
He's actually doing all right. Yeah.
I love that.
Which
for him.
I'm happy to see because he is kind of like the heel of that documentary. Like he's sort of the takeaway for a lot of people was like Ornery Adams sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm happy he's come around and he's turned it into a force for good.
Well, and the other thing, breaking glass of moment of sincerity, which you would have thought I was doing for all the gun stuff up front, but that's just facts. Okay, that's just facts.
Just
facts
reporting.
don't need sincerity. But no, Ornery Adams. Like anytime like it's just proof that he stuck with it, and he's funny. I don't know him personally,
Yes.
but it's like I've seen his clips, and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, he did the thing. He just stuck with it and kept trying to be funny. And
Yeah.
I hope he
I
gets.
do think
I
he's-
hope he gets a TV show.
I do think from the documentary he comes across as like kind of a psycho.
Yeah.
Like you definitely you've met guys like that.
Yeah.
But then a lot of times those guys do succeed, and not because they didn't try. Like they do try, and then through that they're just a little bit off. You know?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is I met a guy just this week that's kind of like that.
Yeah.
And like it's normally a person when I meet like that, they're almost insufferable, and I got to get the fuck away from them because that vibe just puts me off. But
Yeah.
like I'm like, all right, let me try to meet this dude where he's at, and it's like, despite all the weird gotta make it energy and bullshit like that, I'm like, it's actually still a kind dude. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know that I'd want to be in the car with him on a road trip.
Right. He
But I'm
might be
like-
an intense presence.
Yeah, but I'm like, you know what? He's not actually evil. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So that took me about 12 years of, I'm like, all right. This sharp rock got weathered by some gotta make it river energy.
Although we have learned from some people, whose names might rhyme with Riam, that sometimes that gotta make it energy turns very well. Actually, no, you know what? No, that's not even gotta make it energy. But I was gonna say, well-meaning energy can turn heel very quickly.
I was
You
just
know,
like, damn you, Johnny! 40 minutes in, and you summoned this demon.
I'm
You
sorry.
said it. God damn it, man! Now I'm like, we're playing a Jumanji game now.
I said the name that rhymes.
Yeah, all right, yeah. That, God damn it. All right, everybody, lock and load. Forget the protests. We got to go elsewhere.
Wait, yeah, militias, come here. We
Yeah.
need you.
Yeah. Dude, I can't. I don't know about Illinois militias, even though I'm just visiting Chicago for the weekend. Because they I don't know. I was gonna get into their stupid Illinois AR-15 platform. They're not allowed to have real ones here. You gotta get like a fake one.
A fake AR-15,
Nah, you can get real ones, but there's like California compliant.
like a wooden one. What do you mean by fake?
No, it's just like you wouldn't get it.
I wouldn't get it. You're right.
No, Army girl will explain it to you. Just have her explain it, and it'll be good.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure she will.
She doesn't listen, right? There's no way.
I don't know. There's no way.
No way.
Absolutely no way.
Absolutely not. Not a Rocketeer at all.
dude. No.
So we could say anything about her. Stupid. No, I'm just, no, I would never.
Did you see my eyebrows raised?
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
came
I
in
did.
for a second?
I was like, hey, I'm gonna make that man-made butthole pucker a little bit. Get your flex on.
I do call her a Rocketeer, but not for this reason.
Even I. Is that
Because my
is that a
rocket.
penis reference?
Yeah, my
All right.
rocket.
I got
My,
you.
like my penis.
Yep.
That's the.
No, I got it. I got
Because
it.
yeah, my penis. Like I'm calling it a rocket. Like that's the.
Damn, dude. It's like dog. I don't know. Ew. Dude. Ew. I don't know. That actually put me off. Normally, I'm walking up the hill, but I am
You've heard red rocket is like a term for penis. That's like
for
a very
dog
common-
penis.
Wow. Well, I'm a dog, brother.
There it is.
Woof woof woof.
Yeah, dude, just humping away with a dog's penis. Normally, you don't have the capacity to turn me on, but you you do have the capacity to turn me all the way off.
Good, dude. Good.
I wasn't even on. It's just like when you take the car battery out of the car. I was like, it was turned off. You're like, well, now it can't run.
That's good, actually. I think that's a positive thing
I don't like
in our straight male friendship.
No, you made my wiener move, albeit in the opposite direction.
Okay.
I don't like my
Sorry,
dude
Lou.
buddies.
Sorry, I should be getting you hard, Lou. I
I
apologize.
just don't like my dude buddies affecting the movement of my penis in either direction. I wish
All
you
right.
would have let the hog lie.
If it was going to be one direction, though, I mean,
Forward, then, you know? Cut it up a little bit. Make me
All right.
question my sexuality. See if it's just latent terms or if it's appreciation. You know?
yeah, okay.
I
understand.
got to tell
right.
you.
Sorry, I made dog noises and made your penis recede.
You know what? I don't even want to criticize you anymore because it wasn't even the dog noises that did it. I don't want to criticize it. However, the next time you guys hook up, you should try all of what you just did. Hey, I figured we'd do something different this time. How about we make it dry as fuck?
Yeah, how about we make it that for the first time?
Yeah. Ooh. I was gonna say something super mean, but I don't know this lady, and I'm not gonna do that. So
Yeah, no, you should not.
I didn't.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, you better not, dude. You fucking
Whoa,
better
whoa,
not.
whoa, dude.
Whoa, hey. Whoa.
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 Put, you drew first. Put it down first. You drew
No,
first. I'll
But
put mine
how
down.
How do I know you'll put yours down?
I'll put because I drew second. I drew
Okay,
self-defense.
same time.
Be cool.
Same time.
Be cool.
You be cool. You be,
Be cool, dude.
All right.
All right. Whoa.
I'm just
Yo,
kidding.
Doc, I know. No, now I have to make it.
That's gonna be the last thing I say to you.
That would suck if
Now you
did
got to
it.
make it.
I live a whole life. I give up in my mid-40s. I end up working at a grocery store. I die sometime in my late 60s because I don't have enough money for healthcare, and the state still hasn't figured out. I do a couple thousand years in purgatory. I finally get to heaven. Wait for you to finally get out of purgatory, and then you come up to me in heaven, and you go, "Seriously, man? You didn't even make it."
You had to do one thing.
And what? I
All you
killed
had to do is
myself
make
for
it.
you.
Yeah. I did it to consolidate.
Getting it all, dude. I'm consolidated up right now.
I'm so
I'm
consolidated.
so consolidated.
It's time to purge.
Yeah, right.
I want to start using the word purge instead of come. That'd be kind of fun.
I'm fixing to purge.
Oh, I'm gonna purge.
I'm gonna purge.
Yeah.
Purging loads.
Hey, let's go see that new horror movie, The Come.
For 24 hours, all ejaculation is legal. That's way more of a scary movie, dude.
That's terrifying.
It's a terrifying
a guy at the camera just like, hello.
Oh my god! It's time for the yearly goon. It's just
Happy goon.
Sirens start going off. It's yo, are you gonna be gooning on the cum tonight?
Ethan Hawke's just like, lock all the doors, honey. Like the exact same movie.
They're just putting on raincoats. Like some people can't afford slickers.
I was always obsessed with the part in the first Purge movie where this guy, Ethan Hawke's daughter, has his boyfriend, and he sticks around and tries to kill
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
And he walks down the stairs like Mr. Sandin with a gun. But imagine that, but instead he's just jacking off on
Jacking
him.
off, yeah, that'd be incredible.
Mr. Sandin. And then, because it becomes a quick draw and Ethan Hawke has to come on him first.
And then I'm close.
That was
my
pretty
God.
scary,
Yeah.
actually.
That's actually, you've inadvertently made the Purge franchise way
Yeah.
scarier.
Because nothing is more terrifying than guys coming, I think.
Yeah, it's
I
up
think
there.
it's fair to say. It's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there with like terrorism. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something about the Eiffel Tower that's close to the two towers. The math, I don't have a PhD in it, but the math does add up.
There's something in there.
Yeah, because like imagine this: they're fixing the bros are in the cockpit, but they're also wanking it still. Dude, you imagine a terrorist just like aiming for the tower, but also cranking furiously. That would have made it just a little bit worse.
Which hand does he use for which? If you're shooting and jacking off, are you going to jack off with your left hand, or are you going to shoot with your left hand?
You got it. Depends on which one's aim you want better.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, in which case does
one-
accuracy matter more?
I was gonna say, which one you spraying and praying with, brother? Oh man, I was gonna have I'm gonna let this intrusive thought out
Yeah.
before we get into butt plugs. But so I was watching all those 9/11 videos, and like sometimes all the videos that are out, and there's this horrific one of like firefighters on the base floor of the two towers, and you just keep hearing these like like fly swatter noises like and it's turns out it's an inhuman sound, but it's actually a human sound of people jumping and splatting, and all these firefighters are like perplexed, but in the same way when you smell something that's just not right, it's the hearing version of that where they're all like, what the fuck is that? And I hate that video. It's grotesque. It actually makes me cool with all the wars in the Middle East again. It does. You watch that video, I'm like, I'm kind of cool with what we did. But the intrusive thought I have that I'm gonna let out,
Is it cum related?
it is.
All right.
Of course, because all the cum talk before is what got us here. Like somebody's got to scoop up the goo people, and I'm like, statistically, some of that goo is still load, and I mean that sucks, dude.
That you're scraping off cum.
It's
It's not the fact that you're scraping off human remains. It's the cum that
all
really-
human remains.
It'd be so funny to be like
But
picking up. You're picking up intestines, but then you
You're like,
see cum and go, ew.
Ew. Yeah, that's kind of I think it's all goo at that point. From that
Yeah.
height, it's all goo.
It's a little cocktail at that point.
I'm just saying that's rough. That's
Yeah, that
a
is
rough.
You know, it's a fun game. You jump off a building, right? You start jacking off before you jump off a building, and the game is you have to try to come before you splat on the ground.
That's a non-issue.
Yeah, you think you
I
do
do
it?
it every time I parachute. Yeah, the guy on my back hates it, and I'm like, I could fucking do it.
You know, it'd be funnier if you're like the guy in front of me hates it.
Well, I'm not an instructor yet.
I know.
There it is. But it would be funnier. You're right. The guy on my but I'm gonna make him come too.
Oh, it turned out it was his penis the whole time. That's why I didn't feel anything.
You know what? I've got more notes on that, but we'll save it for the Patreon. We're gonna save it for the Patreon.
The idea that you think you're jacking off, and you're like, I don't feel anything, and it's the guy in front of you that you're doing it to.
Every time I skydive and I jack off, something about skydiving just numbs up my junk. I
Just
can't
so
feel
numb.
it. Like,
Feels hard though. I don't know.
I mean, I definitely
Feels
still,
like whoever's receiving it really likes it.
I was gonna say I still come, but it's like weird because then the guy in front of me is just shaking.
Alright.
Woo! All right, butt plugs, baby.
Butt plugs. Saturday, I'm judging Uncalled For at the Independent Comedy Club. Sunday, I'm at 313 Comedy at Detroit Shipping Company. Wednesday, I'm at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle for the School's Out teacher show. A bunch of funny people on that. Ella Horwedel, Mark Malig, and company. And then we're going to Austin together.
Yep.
So
Austin, baby. I'll be in Detroit this weekend, so maybe I'll come out and hang out Saturday.
Also, you and I are both going to be with Jacob in Peoria, Illinois, 20th and 21st at Jukebox Comedy Club. Lou and I will both be opening for Jacob that weekend.
Us and from the sounds of it, Baker's dozen of other folk.
Yeah, we'll find it. What's the headlining set? 12 minutes? I don't know.
Probably. I don't know, man. I actually for next week though, I don't think I have anything in West Hazlitt, so I'll probably just be vibing, maybe doing some mics, getting ready for the Austin trip, and then I've got a good amount of Austin dates, but I'll plug those later. So, just come out Saturday. I'll probably come hang Saturday at the Independent.
right.
because everything else, the way time works, everything I'm gonna do will be done by the time this comes out. So go back and listen to last episode's shameless plugs or butt plugs, because that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, okay. But let's.
Ancient Chinese secret, huh?
Okay, so we were talking about all that jacking off, skydiving stuff. Have you? There's a pornographic video
Oh.
where they're doing it skydiving, and I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't
We're
need
like,
gimmicks.
we're like, that's one tier away from two people with guns in their mouths humping. I'm like, what? Like,
That was kind of how you just described that.
well, see, I have
Guns in the mouth.
Check it out, dude. I've got the capacity to turn you on.
Oh.
Look at me. I'm showing up with the car charger, and I'm fucking zap. Somebody's peen moves the other way on that one. Unfurled the brow.
For all the people at home wondering, between Johnny and Lou, who gets who hard? There's your answer.
There's your answer.
We answered it today, finally. For the fans.
For the people that need to know. That wasn't even behind a paywall.
No.
None of it.
Oh, speaking of which, I should check and see if we have any questions on the Patreon.
Yeah, also, shout out to, I will say this, the Roach Man, who signed up for the Mao level of Patreon for a little bit. Your package is in the mail.
Hell yeah.
I sent you some garbage, so keep an eye out for that. I'm making federal employees literally move trash around. So, that's fun. Then shout out Dummy Gunners. We got Ian, we got Roachman. Then Rocketeers, we got Adam, we got Luke, we got Don't, we got Rashab. Who else is at the CCP card?
Their names
holder?
were all on the screen.
I know, but I said everybody. I don't want to forget one person and be like, fuck that guy.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not sure.
Who is it? Well, we got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
Oh, sorry. Rocketeers' names actually are not on screen. It's just the Dummy Gunners and above.
Yeah.
Right? That's the Dummy Gunners are CCP card holders and above. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. CCP
exactly.
card holders is the $15 tier.
We
and above.
should do better at knowing our own tiers. But, hey,
Yeah.
we're not even in a triple-digit podcast yet. So.
Yeah, who cares, dude?
No, but all right. Shout out to Roachman, Don't, Ian, Luke Nesbitt, Lebo, Rashab here. You know what? We had it. It was off the dome.
There you go.
We had it. We had them all. Nice.
All right.
Nice.
And if you're one of those people, tune in on the Patreon app.
We don't have any questions?
No, we don't. It's been posted for 5 days. They haven't asked any questions.
You know what?
Guys, listen.
Look at that. Very gettable.
Ian, I think this is just Ian and Roach. Ian, Roach, use your privilege. You're paying for it, buds. You got to do it.
Yeah, don't let these bananas go bad.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll literally answer anything. I'll say that.
Yeah,
as
fuck
personal
it,
as you get, I'll answer it.
Yikes. Yeah, I guess that's $15 a month.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or yeah.
No, 30. It's $30 a month.
30. Sorry.
Yeah.
Dummy gunner privileges.
60 total. Yeah.
But okay. Well, I forgot about something else I was going to ask you. All right, I'll ask you then, John. We'll keep it light right before we go because of all that horrific 9/11 cum talk.
Yeah.
Of the Faygo 4-pack you can get, grape, orange, red pop, and their take on Sprite. Which one are you fucking hawking at people's heads at the meeting of the Juggalos? You get to drink one flavor and you're whipping the rest.
I'm drinking the Sprite one.
Okay.
I'm hawking orange.
You're hawking orange.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm guzzling grape. Grape
All right.
Faygo, out of control good.
Yeah.
I am 100% whipping the lemon lime. Their take
right.
on Sprite. Actually, no, the red pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's that.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
There you go, everybody.
Look at that.
There it is.
Patreon. I was gonna say Patreon. PPs and Patreon. Take a PP break
Yep.
and go Patreon.
PPs
All right.
and Patreon.
PPs and Patreon. There it is, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
All right.
See you on the
Bye, everybody.
Patreon.
Bye.
That is a spicy podcast.
Bunch of slack-jawed
Chinese.
rocket.